is more beautiful than dwelling on the past. And that's why on this program, we encourage you on how to pick the pieces of life and go further. Now, welcome to Eco Profiles, the show where we tend to showcase the Nigerian business community, thereby setting you on the path of progress and strengthening your vision. And of course, I am Bella Kobe. Today, we have something amazing to talk about. We have something that you want to get to know more about. It's not about any other thing. It's about choosing your entrepreneurship from your passion. Now, I'm sure you want to know the guest. Stay connected. We'll be right back after this break.
It's business. It's about profit, challenges, demand and supply, risk involved in different business lines. All about profiling of entrepreneurs in the Nigerian business community and how they contribute to the development of the economy. Eco Profiles, showcasing the Nigerian business community.
Welcome back. This is still your business show, your best business show, Eco Profiles. Of course, where we show you the best of the Nigerian business community. And today, I'm not alone. Like you always know, I have a guest, special, distinguished woman. This is Helen Asimegbe. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Bella. It's great to be here.
Okay, so tell us about you.
It's a privilege to be here with you on your show. My name is Helen Asimegbe. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm also a humanitarian entrepreneur. I am the managing director of Stylemark Mall and Stylemark Pro Enterprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about what you do at Stylemark Mall.
Okay. At Stylemark Mall, we sell children's clothing from the ages of 0 months to, say, 15 years. Okay. I started off, I launched out Stylemark Mall after I left the banking industry.
So tell us about your background, because you just mentioned the banking industry now. So tell us about the progress, how you found yourself being an entrepreneur.
I used to work with the bank. I spent over 5 years in the banking industry. I had a goal for myself to become my own boss before I turned 30 years. Okay. So as the time began to draw closer, I said to myself it was time to transit, it was time to move on. And the next question for me would be, what am I moving into? I knew that I didn't want to just delve into any kind of business. It had to be something I was passionate about. So I had to look within and then think deeply that what is that thing that can keep me up till, say, 2 a.m. and then I'm happy. I'm still energetic about it. I remembered vividly that I always love to see children smartly dressed. Like, it gives me butterflies to see beautiful baby girls with ball dresses, pop socks, shoes, hairband. I said, fine, this is the kind of business, that I would do. And even if it keeps me up very late at night and all of that, I will not feel bad about it. That was how I set up Stylemark Mall.
Wow, so you're in your line of passion.
Exactly.
Oh, wow, that's a great strength. So how come did you go further? Is that the only business you do?
No, not exactly.
Okay. So
after running Stylemark Mall for a couple of months, I began to look around me because I could see definitely there were a lot of ladies, well, not only ladies, even some guys, struggling with their career path, or some of them actually lost their jobs while they were not even prepared. So most of them were just stuck, with indecision, without knowing where to go between their left and their right. So because I had been through that road, I had to be like a middleman, like a bridge for these ones. So I decided to start mentoring startups and then small business owners and training them.
Okay, so let's talk about your business now. That line of business is something that people don't really think about. They tend more to think about adult wears, female wears, male wears, and all that. So what's geared you to now pick that particular line as your focus?
One of the things I've noticed recently is the fact that moms, they only look out for themselves. Now, look out for themselves in the sense that you could see a woman putting on like maybe the most expensive lace, gold jewelry, and all of that. by the time you look by the side and look at the kid, probably the baby girl is wearing like a red ball dress and then blue pop socks, green shoe, and a
Not
yellow
just fashionable,
hairband.
not just fashion
Do you
forward.
get, like most women actually miss it when it comes to styling kids. So I said, okay, in my own little space, I mean, I'm going to start lending my voice, like trying to transform my own community with mentor, should I even say mentoring, or like advising parents, advising mothers on how to style their children. Like, so I had to dedicate my social media platforms, like to putting up clothes, pairing them together, like advising parents that if she's going to wear like a tulle skirt, you should wear such, maybe a top as this, and then sandal or something like that. So little by little, we're gradually getting there. So it came from pain of seeing a mom like with gold jewelries, and then you look at the girl like,
oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. So I had to just, okay, let me lend my voice. And a lot of people are really getting it these days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very, very nice. So tell us about the challenges that you faced so far.
Well, to be honest, starting a small business in this part of the world or in this country is not really easy. Number one, you are faced with financial challenges. Like most of the time, you find out that small businesses are looking for people who can actually help them with, capital to start up. It's not everybody that really has, like, maybe so much savings already on ground, when they're ready to start their businesses. So the issue of capital is always a challenge. We also have maybe like when we're still having forex issues.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Problem with the dollar rates and dollar to naira and stuff like that.
But it's been moderated.
Well, it's a lot better now compared to, a year or two ago. And also we have so many issues, like issues of multiple taxations, so many of the entrepreneurs who are into production, they are faced with regulatory issues, like having challenges with NAFDAC. How do they go about getting NAFDAC registration numbers? You find out that, okay, this lady is doing so well, probably in the production of Zobo and all of that, but she can't really take it into the market.
Take it into the next step.
Exactly. She cannot launch out that product just because she hasn't gotten maybe a NAFDAC number. And then she walks into the NAFDAC office, you hear, okay, you have to meet so, and so, you have to do this and do that. The procedure is really long. So these things actually frustrate small businesses. In the space of entrepreneurship or small business, the challenges, the hurdles are really, really, they are a lot. It's just that you have to be dogged,
you have to be dogged.
This thing, I will make a way, for it and all of that.
Okay, I think we'll take a short break there. Well, you've been watching Eco Profiles, the show where we tend to showcase the best of the Nigerian business community. And of course, today we have Mrs. Helen Asimigbe. Hope I got it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, give me a kudos to that. All right, we'll be right back for you to know more about the implications to do this business. Take two. We'll be right back.
It's business. It's about profit, challenges, demand and supply, risk involved in different business lines. All about profiling of entrepreneurs in the Nigerian business community and how they contribute to the development of the economy. Eco Profiles, showcasing the Nigerian business community.
Welcome back to Eco Profiles. This is still your best show where we tend to showcase the Nigerian business community, thereby strengthening your entrepreneurial spirit. Now, today we've been talking with Mrs. Helen Asimigbe, who has been giving us hints, of course more than hints, about a business line. Now, to know about the cost implication of starting up your kind of business line, which is clothing for children. So what's the cost implication like?
Well, Bella, as we know, all fingers are not equal. Okay?
Exactly.
Now, there are people who are open to, like, seed funding, maybe receiving seed funding, or maybe having to have a relationship with venture capitalists and stuff like that. Meanwhile, we have other category of people who their only survival may be just the little savings they have. Now, there is no hard and fast truth about this thing. Well, with the line of business, like the baby's clothing and stuff like that, even with a little budget, as low as, say, 50,000, you can start the business. Yes.
So what, do I need contacts to enable me get the business from the right sources and all that?
You know, where people really miss it is that they always assume to start the business, I must have 1 million, I must have 2 million naira. A lot of people actually don't know that you can really start from where you are. Like, you, even with 20,000 naira, you can start this business. How would you go about this? Fine. If you have 20,000 naira, take for instance, that 20,000 naira can get you like a few tops for a baby girl and also some other few tops for a boy. Definitely you have colleagues, you have people who live with you in the same compound, you go to church or mosques. There are people who you associate with. How do you start? Hello dear, please, I'm now into children's clothing. I have a few tops for girls, maybe ages 2 to 3, and then also for boys 4 to 5.
Exactly.
I don't mind bringing them around for you to see.
To see.
And then we take, for instance, the 4 pairs of baby girl tops and 3 pairs of that of boys. You know,
let's say the person picks 1 or 2 or something.
You've sold already.
You've
made
sold.
Your interest.
Business has started.
I'm telling you. So people just wait and they are expecting, okay, they will have to receive 500,000, 1 million before they can start a business.
Forget
so I
that,
keep preaching it that it's not right. You can start from where you are. Now we're talking about commodities. We can also talk about maybe people who have skills, right? People who have skills. For instance, someone may say, okay, I've been applying for a job for over how many years, I haven't gotten any job, and you know how to breathe. Like, what are you waiting for?
So people don't have to wait for anything. What are people really waiting for when they can really start with the small amounts they have? Now, I think that you're going to be a good preacher on that. You know?
Honestly speaking, that's my message. Like, I'm really boiling right now. Like, people have to get up and get going with the little they have. There is nothing like waiting for maybe one blue chip company to come and employ you, or waiting for your name to be out on, say, Tony Elumelu, or one venture capitalist to come sow in some seed. Whatever it is you have, you can run with it.
You can run with it.
Yes, you can become a business owner with even the little capital you have. And so most of the time, your family members or spouse are even just waiting for you to take that step.
Exactly.
There are a lot of them that will come to your aid, like, okay, this is what you want to do. Okay, let me contribute. Let me give you my. Let me support you. Let me give you my own contribution of so and so amount. Before you know, you're already